Hey guys, good morning. It is November 6th, the 6th day of November Video Marathon 2017. This is Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine. Kinda, having a rough time. I didn't sleep last night, and my attackers are focusing on both sides of my head and the back of my head, and just giving me that really fuzzy-headed feeling, and a really tired feeling. Usually I don't get much of the high-pitched sound because of Dave's CD. I listen to it every night, but I am kind of, hearing it a little bit. Not as bad as if I didn't listen to the CD, but pretty bad. I don't think they like this little project, and I don't think I'm putting out any kind of mind-blowing information that's just going to open this all up. But I just think that they, when we're putting out any information, they don't like it, because they don't want to take chances. They don't know who it's going to inspire, who else is going to get to speak out. So they kind of just want to, shut us all up, our attackers. But I'm going to go ahead and soldier on through. Literally, I wanted to show y'all, and kind of just drive around Terry's website. It is stopgangstalkingcrimes.com. I do want to read his mission statement at the beginning. It says, "Become aware, empower your world. Our mission is to expose the crimes of gang stalking and directed energy weapon tactics used on targeted individuals. This may sound like science fiction, but we now live in an age where technology and the cruelty of humans on each other is not known by many. This program is hidden from people who do not look for the truth or hear about it. Former FBI Chief Ted Gunderson confirms in his affidavit this is a real crime. COINTELPRO and MKUltra are two programs run illegally by the FBI and CIA, both of which they lied to the public about until victims, whistleblowers, and unclassified documents came out through the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. We will adapt this site as we learn more, obtain new documents, and whistleblowers come forward. We hope you will take the time to learn about these crimes and join us in stopping them. Becoming aware of the truth will empower your world." That's a great mission statement. I'm just kind of feeling pretty bad, trying to catch my breath, guys. Oh man. And on the website they have a public portion for the website, and then they kind of have a targeted individuals portion for the website for, I guess, for people who know about the basics of targeting. I'm gonna kind of put it up. I need to do better production for some of these videos. But I just kind of wanted to, and I don't know, my attackers usually will freeze up pages, but yeah, I was doubting they would do it while I was putting it on tape. So that's cool. There's a lot of different links on the website. You can contact Terry. He puts out a newsletter. There's also a place to find flyers. Also a buddy list too. There's just so much stuff. Where should we go first? I think I want to go to some articles. Let's check out articles here. And I may need to go to the public site too to see what the difference is. I've kind of tootled around, but he changes a lot as he gets information, which is really good. So Charles Schlund reporting on CIA files. Senator Ted Kennedy was a targeted individual, posted on March 17, 2017. Kind of want to read. Okay, this is a good article. Let's read this one. This NSA whistleblower powerhouses William Binney and Kirk Wiebe stand up to support targeted individuals worldwide, October 16, 2016. I'm going to go ahead and read some of this, and then we'll come back to some of those other links. Like the whole front and back of my head are just like so hot. and I'm just having a hard time breathing, guys. They've changed up the protocol a little bit. You know, usually they'll hit me in the spine, and they mess with my vagus nerve, but they're doing a little bit more around the sides of my head, and just kind of making it hard for me to breathe. So bear with me. And TIs will understand this. I mean, this is a 24-hour day. You're under attack, and you know, I think what's happening is, you know, I've promised to make a video every day, so my attackers are really trying to kind of push my limits while I'm doing this, so that, you know, I can look out of breath or anxious, you know, when I have to make a video every day. But you know, I was planning for this. You know, I was planning for it a little bit, and it's just, we need to set an example to just work through these things and work through them, because we need to get these truths out of what's happening, you know, with us and what's happening around the world, which is just so corrupt and draconian. It's unbelievable. I'm going to read some of this article. You know, this video probably be like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to kind of tootle around the website, kind of show you what he's got to offer, and see some of the new stuff myself. NSA whistleblower powerhouses William Binney and Kirk Wiebe stand up to support targeted individuals worldwide, by Romola D. of the Everyday Concerned Citizen. In a breakthrough, historic, and supportive move on a TalkShoe call-in show last week, and this was last year. This is when they set up the Global TI survey, which I did take, and I hope that you guys also filled it out. And the deadline was the end of October, so they've closed that out, and I can't wait to see you know, what they're going to do with that data, because they have a lot of connections. These guys have a lot of connections in the medical industry, in the media, and you know, in our representative group in the United States. In a breakthrough, historic, and supportive move on a TalkShoe call-in show last week, and a first in terms of notable public figures publicly acknowledging covert targeting with electromagnetic and neuro weapons as real, NSA whistleblower powerhouses William Binney and Kirk Wiebe stepped forward to announce their support, concern for, and distinct plans to assist the entire community of targeted individuals in the United States and worldwide. And that's Bill Binney and Kirk Wiebe. Bill Binney is the one on the left, and Kirk Wiebe is the one on the right. Informed observers will know that TIs, often outspoken people of integrity in their communities who become the targets of wrongful surveillance, have long sought redress through civil liberties and human rights groups for their experience of long-term, continuous, and profoundly inhumane remote assault with radiation and sonic weapons, directed energy weapons, also labeled non-lethal weapons, and classified technologies, as well as community slander, stalking, and psychiatric discrediting in what many have suspected are clandestine and illegal programs of biometric surveillance, COINTELPRO, and non-consensual weapons testing and neuroexperimentation. While data continues to trickle in, it is currently estimated by various activists that there are up to 10,000 targeted individuals in the U.S. and guesstimates of up to 30 million worldwide. I would say that's about right. I'd say that thousands of targeted individuals have come forward to give their testimonies and tell about what's happening to them. But I think there are millions worldwide, you know, who have not come out and spoken about it. The call was hosted and arranged by activist and TalkShoe host Ella Free, a media-savvy activist from Oregon with training and broadcasting from Juilliard, a career background in fashion modeling and advertising from New York and California, and a warm and generous persona, well-suited to putting her guests and callers at ease on the supportive call-in show she hosts twice weekly for those being wrongfully assaulted by classified technologies and radar microwave surveillance devices. I'm going to kind of skip down, guys, to, well, let's read. I think I'm going to read this part. Concealed high-tech side of NSA surveillance, remote brain targeting. offering supportive responses to the many callers who thanked them for their courage in standing up for TIs, as for instance a man from Florida who informed them his teenage sons were also targeted, and said, "It takes courage to stand up to a government out of control." Kirk Wiebe responded to a question by longtime activist Todd Giffen on what they knew of the NSA's more high-tech satellite tracking capabilities. Todd remarked he had done much investigative research and had documentation to prove his case, yet lacked funding and lawyers, to which Wiebe responded, "We understand the predicament you are in. We have been in similar situations. Just because we haven't seen it at NSA or CIA doesn't mean a doggone thing. NSA and CIA work in compartmented areas or a need-to-know basis. We do know government has a history of experimentation against people, and the DoD has authorization to conduct experiments on people, some with consent, some without consent. They have the power and money to deliver all kinds of electronic methods against people. We need to do some correlation as a group. Thank God we have people like you." Todd Giffen, who created and runs the informative websites obamasweapon.com and drrobertduncan.com, had pointed out that although much information now exists, thanks to Snowden and other whistleblowers about the low-tech side, the fiber optic bulk acquisition through telecommunications, we don't hear at all about the high-tech side and space capabilities, which he said Russell Tice had spoken about. He mentioned satellite technologies, remote electron spin resonance scans, 3D holograph scans from military satellites, as well as remote brain scans, described in Malek's patent of 1974, and through-wall surveillance technology. From his experience of time spent at Oregon State Hospital, he mentioned also that he had seen security audio and video staff spying on people doing a full brain scan. Bill Binney responded that he could only say he knew of some of the capabilities they have, but nothing of the nature of what you're talking about. I'd like to see documentation. And then there's a patent for an apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering brainwaves. So I think that would be the patent for remote neural monitoring, which I'm gonna go over that individually on one of these days this month. So stick with me, guys. Okay, I'm gonna check out some other stuff on the website. So I don't want to just get. He has so much on here. Let's go to. Well, let's go to some of. I want to go to some of his flyers and show y'all his flyers, because this is Terry's website, and he's out there like every day handing out flyers. He's handed out thousands of flyers. I think he's going to get up to 10,000 this year, and he lives in the Oregon area, and he is just, you know, he's got a couple of T-shirts that he wears, you know, building awareness for targeted individuals, and really hitting the pavement, and just getting out there and talking to people about it, you know, giving the people who, you know, don't come to the internet, you know, giving them flyers and information so that when they get home they can, you know, go to his website and learn more about it. And I think it's pretty awesome that he has a section that's you know, for just the general public, so they can learn, kind of introduce themselves to this instead of being just thrown into the deep end of how sophisticated this stuff gets, you know, with remote neural monitoring, remote neural manipulation, you know, V2K, you know, just giving them kind of the history of where this comes from. So let's see. Let's look at some of these flyers here. And I am not feeling too good, guys. Let's see. I think this is... Okay. Here's one that's kind of big right here. It says, gang stalking targeted individuals, directed energy weapons, learn the truth, research this crime, help stop it. Anyone could be a victim. So that's a sign that he has, and I think that he has that on his shirt. That's the shirt that I want to get, because I'm going to start wearing a shirt around in my community. I've been meaning to for a while. That's a lot of click flyers for PDF download or to print. Yeah, I've got this flyer, the one right here. It has a lot of information on it, front and back, and people can kind of just read it at their convenience.